since throughout our history, unless we needed cheap labor to build the Transcontinental Railroad when we invited Chinese workers to come in. We treated them, unfortunately, in an inhumane fashion and didn't give them largely eligibility to become citizens. But we needed the labor, we needed the workers. It's happened many times before. What troubles me about the debate now about the southern border is it is one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border. Yes, we need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality of the overwhelming numbers from all over the world who are coming to our shores and our border. But there is also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States. Do we need that? Do you know what the recruiting numbers are at the Army and the Navy and the Air Force? They can't reach their quotas each month. They can't find enough people to join our military forces. And there are those who are undocumented who want the chance to serve and risk their lives for this country.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. The clip that I just showed you, I actually did a video on this a few months back about how Dick Durbin and another senator are pushing to pass a law to let illegals join the U.S. military in order to gain citizenship. And they feel that if they do that and they do it honorably, if they basically prove themselves, that they will be citizens of the United States. Okay, now the video that I put out, I basically put my 2 cents in, okay, and how I feel about that. And to me personally, and I'm sure that millions of other Americans, if not tens of millions of Americans, would not agree with this. Okay, leave it up to the Democrats to find any way possible, okay, to eke away little by little the fabric of America. Okay, now before I continue with what I have to say, because there's 2 other clips that I need to show you. Once again, this is not fear-mongering. This is basically what I'm putting out is content for people to look at and make up their own mind, make up their own decisions, you know, and decide if what's going on is good for us or not. And in my opinion, it's not, basically. Okay. But before I continue, I just want to thank all my new subscribers and all my subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. I can't express enough, especially from what I'm going to show you. I can't express enough for all my subscribers and anybody that watches this video that agrees with me and is not a subscriber. I can't express enough how important it is to spread this awareness to the young people, okay, to the college students, to the kids down the block, you know, like I said before, your neighbors' kids, your kids' friends and stuff like that, nieces, nephews, what have you. Because what's going on in this country is that there's a coordinated effort, okay, to try and destroy this country from within. And as you'll see in the next video, it's not just happening here yet in America. It's happening in the UK, but it's not long before it comes here. Now, some people may say, well, there's a lot going on in America that they're trying to do that now. But there is something to this video for everybody to see and really wake up and say, wow, how long before that happens here? Okay, if anybody thinks that the Democrats, especially the ones in power now, If anybody thinks that they truly care about America, they don't. They don't care about their own voters. They don't care about illegals. They don't care about people that don't vote for them. They do not care about America. What they want is they want a government control the way the Islamists have, in my opinion, in those Islamist countries. That's what they want. Okay? But if you go and you protest and you wave the American flag, or you want to protest and say, you know what, we don't like the results to a certain election, you're considered the traitor. And that's what they keep beating in everybody's head. That you're the traitor. You, the American-born person that cares about America, you're a white nationalist, you're a traitor, you're a racist, you're this, you're that. But yet, behind the scenes, they want to pull shit like this, like the Durbin wants to do, to pass legislation to say, well, you know, the recruiting numbers are low. Well, the recruiting numbers are low because look what you have done to the young people of this country by poisoning their minds, and they continue to poison their minds. And not just kids in junior high school or high school. We're talking going all the way down to kindergarten, pre-kindergarten, with all their woke ideology, all their transgenderism, all that other bullshit. Okay? So, with that being said, I want everybody to pay attention to the next video that I'm going to show you. Okay? The name of the guy is called Mayar Tusi, I believe his name is. You might want, I'll leave a link in my description to all the videos that I'm going to show you, besides this one, because this one doesn't need a link. Everybody knows who Dick Durbin is. And you can see right here, C-SPAN 2 put it out. It just disgusts me the way this man wants to come out and say that this is the best course of action that we can take because Americans don't want to join the military. Yeah, because it's because of a chaotic situation that the Democrats created. That's why. Okay? And they just keep creating chaos. But with that being said, let's get to the next video clip and you'll see what I'm talking about. Here we go. Okay, this clip that I'm going to show you is by Mayar Tusi. He's from Britain. Okay? It's Mayar Tusi TV. If I was you, people, I would definitely subscribe to his channel and keep up on the information he puts out of what's going on in the UK. Okay? And some people may say, well, whatever's going on in the UK, who cares? This is all about America. I get that. But listen, there are a lot of people in the UK that stand by America. And they're always leaving comments on different channels telling Americans how they stand with them. Okay? So, if anybody knows me, I am America first, my channel. Patriot first. Okay? So there are patriots in other countries that feel the same way we do about what's happening in their country, because what's happening in America is not just happening in America. It is happening in Canada, in the UK, certain parts of the Middle East, Asia. It's happening all over. There is a giant leftist movement and also a giant Islamist movement going on worldwide, and it's affecting everybody. Let's not even get into the whole rainbow mafia movement that's going on. Okay? So I want you to listen to what this man has to say on the clip that he's going to show you, and I want you people to understand why I played the first clip. Here we go.
Hello everybody, welcome back to 2C TV. I'm Mayar Tusi and this is your latest update from Britannia. In this video we are going to be exposing the actual plan by the Islamists. They are now telling us openly and directly we are literally in the middle of a battle of our lives, and there are people who are becoming treasonous. They want treason. They want to change the system. In this video we're going to bring you evidence of what they are telling us, how they plan to take over Britain and the Western world in general. We have a video which we'll show you, and we're going to discuss the individuals who are essentially involved in this whole thing. Let's get on with the show. Let's talk about treason. Let's talk about extremism, and something that a lot of people have been talking about for about 20 years at least, and the political establishment completely ignored it. We've had intelligence reports coming out over the last decade.
I'm going to cut it real quick. He says that the political establishment has ignored it. No, they haven't ignored it. They've been going along with it. If anybody remembers when Barack Obama was president, he started gutting the military, and he started implementing shit in the military that nobody wanted. The only ones that were going along with it in the military were the evil, wicked people serving in the military that Obama could get his claws into. Okay, and they fell in line because they want the same thing. They want the same thing. They want to be in control. They want to be the head honchos. They want to be the generals that point their finger and say who lives and who dies. Okay? So I'm going to disagree with him on this. I don't hate the guy, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I watch his channel. He puts out all his stuff is on point. But I'm going to disagree with him with that when he says that political figures, you know, ignored it. They didn't ignore it. Okay? They didn't you know, let it fall by the wayside, or didn't understand it, or didn't realize it, or all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, we didn't see this coming. No, they know what the hell they're doing. It's just been taking this long for it to start coming to fruition. Okay? And this is exactly, if anybody's been paying attention to what Biden has been doing, just remember what happened in Afghanistan. Okay? But let's continue.
Here also about the rise of Islamism and the rise of the conversions, of course, to the ideology up and down the country. Right now they are still technically a minority in terms of their voices, but soon they will no longer be the minority. And it's not really about them becoming the majority. It's simply about them taking over certain parts of the establishment, and that's exactly what they are doing. So let's go to this video that we have, which shows exactly what they want to do in terms of taking over the military and, of course, also converting people and everything else. Let's go.
How can we, re-establish the Khilafah again?
So there are three methods, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Our brothers from Hizb ut-Tahrir who believe you do some grassroots dawah, you awaken the community, you awaken the ummah, but really you seek power from a select group of elite who will give you nusra, and then you do maybe something like, but not restricted to a military coup, takeover, done.
Yeah.
Then you have our brothers who, I don't like this term, they are what you would call from the jihadi spectrum. They say that no, we cannot seek nusra because they are taghut and the army are taghut. We have to take it by force.
Yep.
We have to establish Islam by force.
Yeah.
Then there are those who, even though this movement has developed through the time, they say, well, hold on here, we need to deal with the means that we have, with the mechanisms that we have.
Because of sensitivity, let us not mention certain
No, of
groups.
course not.
Okay, so we will do da'wah.
Okay, I'm going to cut it again. He says, because of sensitivity, let's not mention certain groups. Basically, jihadists, Islamists, people that are looking to just destroy the Western world. Terrorists. For lack of any better term, they just want to embed terrorists into society. Okay, that's basically what it is. But let's continue.
And we will seek nusra from maybe the
Ahl Hayy wal Aqd, or maybe the military elite.
the military elite.
Yeah. As
Yeah?
one example.
Yeah. You are working with the system, and also you have put your people in the military.
Or you give dawah to the people already in the military.
Yeah, and then, okay, when they become, those people, when they become, when they accept your da'wah,
Well, and
and they become part of you, have to work within the system
to overthrow the system,
to overthrow the system,
to change the system.
to change the system.
Yeah.
See the problem?
Okay, I'm going to cut it right there. Now I'm going to leave a link in the description to the whole video. It's about 33 minutes long, so you guys can go and finish watching it. So, again, you're probably saying, what does the first video got to do with this one? Think about it. Think about what the Democrats want to do in America. They want to let illegals that come here join our military in order to prove themselves. Okay? Look at what's going on in the UK, in Britain. It's basically the same thing. They're letting these extremists, these extreme Islamists, embed themselves in society. That now in Britain, people are fighting back saying, you don't want us flying our flag, but you're letting everybody fly the Palestinian flag. You're letting the Muslims take over street, by neighborhood by neighborhood. I mean, in many, many parts of the UK, there are no-go zones where the actual citizens, and if you don't believe me, look it up. The media won't talk about it. There are no-go zones where the actual citizens, born and raised citizens, are not allowed to go into, that even the police won't go into, because a lot of these Muslim communities have taken root and they don't let nobody in. They get attacked, they get vilified, whatever the case is. So when you have somebody like Dick Durbin and that other senator from Chicago or Illinois, I think he said, saying that they want to pass a bill because, you know what, recruiting is low, so the next best thing they can do is let illegals, you know, have a chance. Do you know the different types of ideologies you're going to have in the U.S. military? First and foremost, you're going to have a very big Islamist mindset, agenda in the U.S. military. Not to mention all the gang and criminal mentality that's coming, that's going to be in the military. The Democrats go, they destroy the schools, okay? They destroy the homes. Let's just put it this way, okay? This is the way it all started. It started in 3 phases, and I was thinking about it today. Obama started with the bullshit about people getting their feelings hurt, so they had to, like, not have the Bible in school. Not pledge allegiance to the flag because it hurts people's feelings. Let's destroy the nuclear family. So what was the 3 things that the Democrats have been doing? They're taking God out the equation, replacing it with Islam. Okay? They're taking patriotism out of the way, replacing it with another country's patriotism. Okay? And then they're breaking up the family so like that there's no unity, no respect to mothers and fathers, because they're telling your kids and everybody else's kids it's okay for a boy to cut off his penis and a girl to cut off her breasts. So now you have nobody, you have no patriotism, you have no fear of God, no patriotism, no family ties, no family values, and you don't have the strength, okay, to have recruiting done in the military because you're destroying the youth of America. But then you want to go and turn around and say, well, we got to bring in the illegals because nobody's recruiting. But look at what you have done. You systematically have caused the chaos in order for people to say, you know what? I hate this country. I don't believe in God. I hate my parents. To hell with the American flag in this country. I mean, that's all the Democrats have done, and they're doing it worldwide. The leftists worldwide are destroying, okay, their nations from within to replace it with a barbaric fucking nation. You know, the video I put out last night only got 8 views. 8 views. YouTube only pushed it out 80 times. Whenever I put out content like this, anything to do with the Democrats, anything to do with Muslims, anything like that, they push it out. It's all green across the board. But they don't push it out enough. They'll say, oh, it's appealing to a smaller crowd. Really? Appealing to a smaller crowd? But there's only 8 patriots in America now? Is that what you're telling me? This is what they do. This is what they're doing. And yet everybody sits back Well, not the ones that care. The ones that don't care make it seem as if, you know what? You're wrong. We're not doing that. This is what they wanted. They didn't want to believe in God. Their parents abused them because their parents didn't let them be gay. And when was America ever great? That's how they do it. And then the ones that want to stand up for their country, the ones that they deem to say they're nationalists, like it's a bad thing. I'm sorry, I'm part of the United States of America. It is a nation. If that makes me a nationalist, then so be it. But they don't want anybody thinking in, how can I say, they don't want anybody to have a patriotic mindset, because patriots are the ones that stand strong against tyranny. It's not the tyrants that are standing against tyranny. They're causing the fucking chaos. It's the patriots that stand strong. Now, the next clip and last that I'm going to show you is to prove to you more that what Dick Durbin and the Democrats have done is one of the reasons why, okay, recruiting is so low in the U.S. military, but there's hope. So let's watch the video. Here we go. Okay, this clip was put out, this video was put out by BCP, Black Conservative Perspective. Okay, again, if nobody knows who this is, there's a link in the description. I've been following him for over a year. Go check him out. You see the name in the title, okay? It's an American black man standing up for what's right. But once, you know, they get vilified also. But he put this out. I want everybody to see what's going on in North Carolina. Here we go.
You talk about what everything has transpired today.
This university doesn't belong to a small group of protesters. It belongs to every citizen of North Carolina. Everybody in North Carolina. Everybody who goes to school here, everybody who lives and works here. The flag represents all of us. To take down that flag and put up another flag, no matter what other flag it is, that's antithetical to who we are, what this university stands for, what we have done for 229 years. The broad majority of this campus.
Okay, so now you hear all the cackling in the background. What he's basically saying, to take down the American flag and put up any other flag in its place, is just a big no, basically, and that's it. And if nobody likes it, they basically could go kick fucking rocks. But when you have college students in the background tearing down the American flag or screaming against it or making it seem as if, you know what, all of America are for nothing but war and genocide, whose idea was that? Who are the ones that have been putting this in people in the college students' heads, in the young people's minds? Who's been doing it? The left. Okay? They're the ones poisoning their mind to hate this country, to hate God, hate family, hate this country. But let's continue.
Knows how to express their views without shouting, without violating university policy. That flag will stand here.
Okay, now I'm going to pause it and just give you a little context. Right here, up here, somebody pulled down the American flag and raised a fucking Palestinian flag in its place. Okay? The crowd is going crazy because some students decided to come and pull this fucking flag down to raise the American flag again, and the police are protecting that. Let's go. Okay, so I'll cut it there. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go and check out the rest, because this is a BCP's video, so I'm not trying to take all his juice away, okay? And he puts out very good content, and there's a lot more on the video that he put out so you guys can see what's going on. Oh, and just a little, before I forget, a little update on all those students in Columbia University that decided to take over and, you know, stay in the school and not let anybody in. I called it, and they're doing it. Now they're bitching and moaning because they're hungry and thirsty and they have nothing. So basically, I hate to say it this way, but the powers that be are basically telling them, go kick fucking rocks. Your dumbasses decided to barricade yourselves inside of a school and didn't think it through. Just a little update on that. But, so now you see what's going on. You got all these college students that rather take down the American flag and put up a Palestinian flag and shit on America. Okay? Who did that? It wasn't the Republicans that did that. It wasn't conservatives. It wasn't Christians. Okay? It wasn't Americans that did that. Oh, wait a minute. Democrats now say that they're Americans because they're fighting for democracy. So in their eyes, the democracy is tear down the flag of the nation that gives you that freedom. I've always said that the Democrats use the constitutional laws to go against the Constitution. Okay? If you gave them an inch to say, you know what, yeah, you can light a match to it just to make a little burn hole, they'll do it. They'll do it just so they can feed that hate, that freaking rage. Okay, that angst that they have for this country. And this is what's going on. Okay? Now, the reason why I said that there's hope, excuse me, because thank God, other students that are pro-America came on and said, that shit's not going to happen. And the gentleman came out and said, to take down the American flag and put up another flag, what did he say, is antithetical, is whatever the word that he used? In other words, no, that shit's not going to happen. And it shouldn't happen. So when you have people like Dick Durbin saying, we want to get illegals into the military because recruiting is down, look at the spawn that you people have created. You have created a generation of people that not only hate God, hate their parents, hate their country, hate themselves, okay? They also have no damn idea of what's to come if they let this country fall. All their rights, everything that they're fighting for, that they believe that is supposed to be so pious. You think the Islamist or whichever other agenda takes over America is going to give them a say-so? No. That's why I always say that the Democrats, they eat themselves. They'll use everybody. They're using our children to go against us. And this is why I keep telling people, pass this information around. Pass the videos around. Pass the channel around. Let them know. Speak to them. Obviously, somebody is speaking to the other kids that were fighting to put the American flag back up. But look at the sea of all the other agitators that are out there. It breaks my heart. It's pathetic. It's sad. My brother just sent me a video over the weekend of my niece who's she's 13. Okay. She's in the junior high school chorus during one, I don't know what game it was. It was a preseason football game or whatever the case is. Her and her chorus, they're out in the field. They're singing the national anthem. I have another niece, okay, that as soon as she knew what she wanted to do when she turned 18, she went straight to the army. She is in the army right now doing great. Just because I'm a mixed race person, okay, living in America, I come from a very patriotic family. God-fearing patriotic family. We're not perfect. America's not perfect. But neither is Israel or Palestine or Zimbabwe or the UK. Nobody's perfect. But the left wants everybody to believe that they're the only ones that are fucking perfect. And they're not. And this is what they're doing to the youth in America and around the world, especially in the Western world. You heard what the gentleman said in the last video of how these Islamists, how they push themselves in, and one of their main goals is to get into the militaries. Imagine, just imagine, and let it scare the shit out of you, okay, if that ever happened. What do you think? Groups like the Taliban and ISIS and shit like that would only exist in a Muslim region, Muslim country? No. Imagine the American military with that Islamist mindset, or the mindset of any other communist country. Think about that, people. People are going to say, oh, you're dog whistling. No, I'm not. The proof is right here. If you cannot look at this information I showed you and the information that's out there and start thinking ahead of the fucking game, then you know what? Put on a soap opera, read a damn magazine, go to work, and when the shit hits the fan, pretend it's not happening. Pretend you're watching a movie and hope for a happy ending. This right here, this kind of stuff right here that the media is not showing, okay, especially this clip right here, okay, and the reason why they won't show it, the mainstream media, because they know the kids that decided to take down that Palestinian flag and put it to the American flag, they know that these kids were right for doing that. They know that that man was right for doing that. But they won't talk about that. They just won't. Why? Because they don't care about America. The ones that are turning the tides now on MSNBC and CNN and trying to make it seem like, oh, well, you know what? No, we're against this. Bullshit. You fucking bred this baby. You fed this baby. This is your baby. Plain and simple. Own it. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Pass the channel around. Give it a thumbs up. If you can help support the channel, I'll leave a link in my description to my Cash App and PayPal and my merch store, TrueOutlawPatriot.com. So remember, people, stay vigilant. Keep praying. Keep praying for each other and the children of this country. And keep praying for America. Peace.